very, very quickly going to interject over here. We're short on time, so we're going to keep it short. Where have you come in from?
Belgium.
From Belgium. Extraordinary. How did you get here?
With a car.
We drove from Belgium. Fabulous. And sir, where did you come from? Belgium as well. Oh, we've got a takeover here from Belgium. And you, sir? Switzerland. Fantastic. And this lovely lady over here?
I'm from Holland.
From Holland. Holland. Holland as well. Other countries here? Anyone else come from outside those countries? Sir? Oh, you're Hungarian. Relation to me. Fabulous. You know, it's so exciting because, like with all of these businesses, like I said, we keep it short. I've been around the industry a very long time, as has people like, have people like Mr. Charles Chisnell, Ian Spenceley, Roger Cook. Many of us have been here. It's very rare for us to see such excitement and growth in the field as we have done with this company. And I recognise them because it's important to know we are completely on the ground floor. Word is getting out, and every day when we talk to people like we did in Ireland and we see what's happening in Hungary and Bulgaria, it's nothing short of extraordinary. What I'd like to do next is to recognise some of that leadership who were the early people, the early adopters we call them, that saw this opportunity and ran with it. And it's through those individuals, the leadership on the ground, that we've now basically got the keychain and all the keys to opening up the member states of the European Union. So I'd like to very quickly, if I can, next, recognise anyone who's a diamond to stand up, please. If you're a diamond, qualified as a diamond, stand up. Fantastic. Excellent. Diamond is the first step in the marketing plan. It's the first step in leadership, and it's a great place for people to aim when they come into this business. Diamond, and achieving Diamond is not the most difficult of qualifications, but certainly is fundamental in your growth with this program. Most importantly, I'd like to recognise some of the really early adopters, the people in the field that are showing their leadership. I've always said leadership is knowing the way, going the way, and showing the way. And I'd like to recognise especially all the blue diamonds that we've got here in Europe. The blue diamonds, if you'd like to stand up, please, all of you. I'd just like to take a couple of moments, because I think it's important, just to introduce them very, very quickly. If you can tell me who you are and where you come from.
Good morning, everybody. It's Peter Bloomfield. I come from Bournemouth, and I joined Amiga in March. Loving every minute.
Excellent. And most of you will know an extraordinary character who I've known for many, many years. Jenny's not with you, which is unfortunate because they're a working partnership. Most of you know them. I'd like to introduce you all to Charles Chisnell, Blue Diamond. Charles?
Hi. I joined almost a year, February of last year, and live 15 minutes away, so I had a very long journey today.
Thank you very much. Big hand for those diamonds, please. And the blue diamond. You know, considering how, although, you know, you've all heard that we came in February, March, etc., these are the really early stages. And as you see the company grow, the evolution of it, we have the organic growth, we're getting things into place. And what's exciting for us is for the first time, certainly for someone like myself who's been in and around this industry for 32 years, our product is doing most of the work for us. The product's doing the talking. It's non-hype driven, it's fantastic, and the results that we're getting are nothing short of extraordinary. It's one of the reasons I'm in this business as well. And without further ado, we've got a tight schedule. A couple more things I'd like to say. When we have our breaks, and I ask you to come in at a certain time, please make sure you do. People have travelled very far to get every snippet of information, to sponge in that information so they can go back and they can duplicate that knowledge with their teams. Next, what I'm going to do is to introduce you all for a quick message from the chairman of our company, Mr. Eric Banks. And before I bring him on board, just to let you know the commitment of this company, Mr. Eric Banks flew from Brisbane to Singapore to London, and then hopped from London literally in a couple of days to come in to do a meeting in Dublin. We weren't that sure that he was going to be there, but never in 32 years have I had that kind of commitment from a chairman. You're going to hear very, very quickly from Eric Banks, the chairman of Amiga Global.
I'm delighted to be here and see so many friends of the past and some new faces. I also popped down from Edinburgh, then to Glasgow, met up with a good chum of mine, Henry, I haven't seen for about 3 or 4 years, and he's down here because he knows that when I'm on a path of a winning formula, he wants to be with me. Anyway, I'm delighted to say to be here. I'll just acknowledge one man, if I may, and that's Charles Chisnell, who brought his bucket and spade when we first tried to find an office, get some equipment to put in the office, and get it started. So, Charles, thank you again from the company and from myself. Because when you get that initial start, you need somebody to help you, and Charles was helping me 24/7. Thank you, Charles. The company, as you know, is only coming up this February 5 years old. And for a company to have grown where we have offices now in 16 countries, we have representation in about 130 odd countries, we must be doing something right. Would you agree? Yes. We've got a product that can be witnessed within milliseconds almost of what it can do. No need to sell, as we know. And so, as we often say, it's the product that does the talking, not us. We sit quietly watching and witnessing. We've got a long way to go, of course, because the mission we're on is to create a self-care evolution or revolution. We know that healthcare clearly is not the answer. You know, people usually wait until something goes wrong, and then they contact the doctor or go to hospital. The cost of doing that is getting out of all proportions. Some countries, I think it was in China, 198 billion are set aside for the next decade to build more health centres, hospitals. Some countries are struggling to keep pace, including the Great Britain, with the need for healthcare. So if we can help people to help themselves and improve their energy levels, I mean, I'm flying around the world. I'm probably in Singapore about 8 to 10 days a month, and yet, you know, we flipped the 37. It was actually 73. When I was on my 70th birthday, we had a little party in the Neura Energy Centre, and I said, I'm signing a contract for another 70 years. I like it so much. But at the same time, Dr. Remy said to me, that's not necessarily just a joke, that's a truism. Technically speaking, if we compare ourselves with other creatures on this planet, we should all live to 170. Sorry, 140. But some might exceed that. But anyway, there's a huge future ahead of us. I'm too excited to ever switch off. I don't really want to switch off anyway, so I use switch on every morning. And I hope you do. Anyway, we have to keep it brief because we've got a lot to pack in, and I'd like to give everyone a hug if there's an opportunity. Have a photograph taken with you if it's convenient, but I'll be around today and tomorrow, and I'll fly back to Singapore 10 o'clock tomorrow with Benjamin. Once again, thank you so much for being part of our future. We say that the world is covered in 2/3 of water. Would that be true? Round about that? The other third, in the next 10 to 15 years, will be covered with omegans. Thank you. And I'll hand over to Malcolm, who will continue with the rest of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eric. A big hand for you, please. Our industry is all about making sure we have the right management, we have the right company. And look what we have here. You've heard it very, very quickly. We have a company that's got a proven track record. It's not something that started yesterday. It's established and it's proven. 660,000 people have got excited about our technology and what this company has to offer. Stories that I've heard over the last few days, about 1,300 people who went to a meeting in a place called Ulaanbaatar, of all places, in Mongolia, where the average earnings are $235 per month. We've heard about India, and all of this, the spread of this has been due to a financially stable company, good management team, a technology that's now absolutely become the forefront of our growth rate around the world. And to discuss that technology, and a lot of you have asked us to do that, to talk about Ami's fusion technology, to talk to you about the bioenergetic field, to talk to you about zero-point energy, I have Vivian Butler, who's coming all the way from Singapore, the Vice President of Corporate Development. A big hand for Vivian Butler, please.